I almost said bonjour, but bonsoir. Bonsoir, it's Saturday night. I'm trying something new, right? Because hands-free, I don't have to sit here and hold. Mom, I appreciate your comment about, well, that you feel like you're here, because that's one of the reasons I'm doing this, is that it's one, you know I'm safe, and I'm here, and you can see me, and hey, stuff is working. And also I can share my stories. And today was a heck of a day. Today was, wow. I don't even know where to start. I mean, I think I'm going to title this Diane Marches with the Gilets Jaunes by accident, because that happened. Yeah, I got this morning. I was ready to go to the market. Another good thing about hands-free is, oh yeah, my Beaujolais. Let me show you. That's an unflattering picture. But, Bon de France. It's so cute. Right. And I had a roast chicken. I would show that to you, but I kind of attacked it, and it's not pretty right now. But, so, Gilets Jaunes. I will get to them, but first I'm going to do the market. So, I decided to hit 3 markets today. So, I meant to get up at like 7, so I could be there at 8, right? And so I was going to go to the Marché de Ligue. I can't say it. Marché de Ligue. And then I was going to go to the Bastille market. And then I was going to go to the Village Saint Paul, which is in the Marais. And after that, my plan was to go to the Basilica Saint Denis, because by then, after I had lunch, the markets are usually closed by like 1 or 2. So I still have time to go do something. That was the plan. That's not what happened. But I got up this morning at 7, pitch black, dark, cold. I think I did a video on this. I may or may not post it. But yeah, I was like, I'm not going out there. It's too cold. And it's dark. So I slept in for another hour. I got up 8:30. I was out the door. 9:15. But still, I was up by 8:30. And I was out the door at 9:15. And it was hot. It was like in the 40s. It was like I was way too bundled. And I was a little mad because I'm like, because I was having to shove my scarf and my hat and all my stuff into my backpack, which is where I was planning on putting all my goodies, right? And I'm like, well, it's full now. What am I going to do? I'll deal with it. I was outside. I could have just come back upstairs, but there's 5 flights of stairs. And so I was like, no, I'm not going back up there. So I just carried it. And I walked down to the Marché de Ligue, and it was busy and wonderful, and the food market. If anyone besides Mom watches this video, go to the Marché de Ligue, because it's the best food market in Paris. It was amazing. I didn't need any produce because I already bought the produce that I needed for the week, but it was just wonderful to walk through. I will say about 9:30, there were people there, obviously, but it wasn't packed. So if you wanted food, you could get up to the vendor. You could buy whatever it is that you wanted to buy with no problem. But today, I was like, yeah, I wanted to look at it all. But I also wanted to price a suitcase, because I've been buying stuff and I don't have a suitcase. I have to have some way of getting the stuff back. So I can get a suitcase between 35 and 45 euro at the dollar store at the Marché de Ligue. Heck yeah, I'll get it later. I went down to the flea market. And it was great. They were actually just setting up. It was a little damp. I got some stuff. I'm not going to give it away. I got some stuff. Very small things. And I decided not to spend too long there because I had 2 other markets I wanted to get to. So I decided to head out toward the Village Saint Paul, which isn't far. I was just going to walk. And I stopped by, Mom, do you remember Bleu Sucre, the pastry shop? It's like my favorite pastry shop in Paris as well. I have pictures of that. I got a pain de chocolat about that big. It was a huge, and you open it up and it's big holes of air and it's fluffy, and it doesn't just have like chocolate chips. I hate pain de chocolat with chocolate chips in it. What's that? No, shaved chocolate, so it's all light and delicate and in there, and it's all buttery. And there was a line out the door, and I'm like, I don't care. I'm having this pain de chocolat from this particular pastry shop. And I waited, and I got my coffee and my pastry, and I sat in the park next door and had a good time. It was delicious. So after I inhaled that, I decided to walk on down, because that was halfway between the Marché d'Allegri and the Village Saint Paul. So it's there. And then I continued walking. Mom, we went to Village St. Paul last year, and I don't know if you remember, but there was nothing there. It was a ghost town, except for that one little store. It's Bonne Chance or something. It's a little junk shop. And we went there last year. Same thing. There's nothing there. It was a ghost town, and it was 11:30. I don't even know if Village St. Paul is a thing anymore. Maybe they don't do a market there anymore. Oh, I totally skipped it. On the way, in between Village St. Paul and Marché de Ligue, was the Bastille Market. Not there. All of the booths were set up, but nobody. I mean, like, no vendors. The metal booths that they would attach their awnings to were there, but that was it. And so it's like... So no Bastille Market. So that's when I went on down to Village St. Paul. No Village St. Paul Market. Like, damn it, my market day's going to blank. And so, but that one store, the Bonne Chance, whatever, junk store, was open and wonderful, and I did spend a good hour in there, and I got vintage laces and paper products, and vintage French labels from, I got a little Suze liqueur thing, and I just got a bunch of stuff, little copper embroidery things, all this cool stuff, and I knew it was going to be a lot of money because I was expecting it. I'm like, I'm just getting stuff, and everything is about €3 to €5, but I got a ton of it. So I was expecting it. I get up there. She didn't speak English. I don't speak... Well, I was trying. And I was trying to pretend like I spoke more French than I actually do. And so she rang me up. $67. 67 euros is 67 euros. And I pull out my credit card. And she goes off on this long tirade. And all I could hear is, ne marche pas. So it doesn't work. Okay. I have cash. There's a problem. Okay, and this is a little TMI for Dad or my brothers or anybody else who's watching this. I travel with my cash in my bra. I have a money bra. It has a pocket. It goes all the way across, and you put your money in, and it's very safe in the money bra. And I take out every day what I want to have to spend, and I don't overspend, and no one can get to it, right? But I didn't have enough because I had already spent some money, some cash at the other market. And so it's like, she said, do you have cash? And at first I said no. And then she said, ne marche pas, about the credit card machine. And I said, peut-être, maybe. And then I tried to explain, mon argent, I think I'm saying my money, is in mon bras. What? And she just started laughing, and she said, basically something discreet space, discreet. I needed the discreet space to go digging in my bra to get the money out. And I said, yes. And so basically she pointed at the corner of the store and said, yeah, go right over there. And I'm like, you don't understand. It's in a pocket. It's not like I can just, there it is. I have to get in it. I have to get my hands up in it. So, I know, TMI, I'm turning red right now. I'm blushing just thinking about it. Luckily, nobody was in the store. And I went in the furthest corner and kind of crouched down. And I had a jumper on. I had like a coat, and I had to take all that off. I mean, I had my shirt still on, and I'm digging around in my shirt. And I finally am able to pull out some dollars, some euros. And I had enough. And I came back over, but all I had in the money bra was, I just giving my secret away. Now everybody knows about my money bra. Whatever. I won't ever use it again. I had 80 euros, so I had $80 at 420s, right? And so I go up and I go, here's a 80 euros, 80. And she's talking, and I'm just going, I don't know, she's saying something, and she gives me 2 coins. And she's still talking, and she's asking me if I'm on vacation. I understand that one. I say, oui. And I tell her how long I've been here and where I'm from. And she's talking. She's saying something about the subway. And I don't know what she's saying. And I think it was important. And I think I find out later that it was important. But anyway, she's talking and I'm trying to pretend like I know what I'm saying, and I'd say, well, je préfère marcher. I prefer to walk anyway. So, whatever. And so I'm deciding that this conversation's going on too long and I've got to get the heck out of there. So I've got my stuff and I leave, and about 2 blocks later, I go, wait a minute. I gave her €80. It was €67. She gives me 2 coins. That's €3. I was supposed to have €13. It should have been, there should be a bill in there. But I realized I don't speak French enough to know how to explain. And I've been gone for, 5 minutes, a couple blocks. And I'm just like, heck with it. Okay, that was a very expensive French lesson, €10. And when I think about it, that happened earlier this week too. I was somewhere and I gave them something and I was expecting change to be a bill and some coins, and they gave me coins, and I walked out, and then it was later I went, that's not right. They totally know I don't speak English and I don't know the money, and they just didn't give me enough change. I don't think that was the case with this woman. I think she was frustrated too because her credit card machine wasn't working. She had been on the phone. I had heard her on the phone, unhappy with somebody. I assume it was the credit card people. So she was having a bad day too. I don't blame her. But so I was like, drat. And I was all frustrated, and I felt insecure in my French, in my ability to count money. So I decided it's time for lunch, because basically it's like 1 and my market day's over. And so I head out toward the marché. No, the marais. So that's where Village St. Paul is. And then I go to a restaurant that I've been wanting to go to. And I know it's expensive. It's Café de Musée and whatever. And I just walk in and I basically like, it's packed. There's space for 1. And I have a glass of champagne and, yeah, a very expensive meal. Beef bourguignon, though, according to them, they are the best beef bourguignon in the city. And I had a beautiful Chateauneuf de Pop that went with it. Speaking of, this is Beaujolais, but still. Yeah, I was just really flustered, and after that, I didn't know what to do. Like, I was like, do I go to Saint Denis now? And I'm like, I'm not feeling it anymore. I'm frustrated because I didn't find what I wanted to find, and I was ripped off, I think, accidentally. So I decided to just wander around, and I found like a museum, and that was cool, and I took some pictures, and at a certain point, I'm just not feeling it. It's around 3:30 now, and I'm tired, and I'm like, man, I don't want it. The food was too heavy, and it just was not sitting well with me. I'm like, I'm just going to go back to my apartment, maybe take a nap, and maybe I'll even go out tonight, because I don't, as you see, don't go out at night, because I spend all my money during the day, and I get up in the morning, and I'm like, come home and tired, and want to put my feet up and just have a glass of wine and listen to, I've got Zaz on the radio over there, Z-A-Z, French singer. Anyway, I didn't even drink any of it. It was a waste of time. But yeah, so I decided to wander around. And at a certain point, I'm like, yeah, I gotta go home.